talking about? Who's getting negative?
God damn it, Billy's right.
Don't be negative! It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Judas!
And we're live. Welcome aboard, folks, to the American Movie Podcast with Matthew Benjamin. Welcome. I have some stuff in store for you today. Man, it's been a long weekend. So today we're going over Ralph Breaks the Internet. And this is starring the heavy hitters of Gal Gadot is in this, actually. Sarah Silverman and John C. Reilly. John C. Reilly reprises his role as Wreck-It Ralph, the lovable hobo that probably has halitosis. And so we start off with Sarah Silverman, or what's her name? I don't remember. Jesus. So Sarah Silverman starts off, and she's racing in her game, and it just gets monotonous. And she's wanting more, and she's wanting to branch out, and she's wanting new races. So Ralph, being the good friend that he does, he tries to create a race or a different track for her to race on. And so she's racing or whatever, and she gets on this new track that Ralph has created. And simultaneously, people are playing the game as Sarah. Forgive me, I forgot her name. It's like Vanellope. There it is. So Vanellope is racing, and she takes over the controls while these other people are racing on the actual arcade game of Sugar Rush. So she's racing on Sugar Rush, and the girls are fighting against each other. So Vanellope versus the actual player are fighting against each other with the steering wheel. Well, she tries to turn left, and Vanellope tries to turn right, and they end up actually breaking the steering wheel on the arcade game itself that Vanellope resides in the arcade. So the game is broken. So they have to fix this arcade game. But this is an older game, and the company that created this game is discontinued. So there's only one steering wheel left. Okay? And it's only available. It was really expensive too, so the guy didn't want to buy it. So the only way to get it is to go to the internet. So that is the premise. And so they go all throughout the internet, and Ralph and her go to Oh My Disney. They go to eBay. You see, what else do you see? You see Snapchat, I believe. You see the entire internet. And this was the aspect that I loved the most, was the creation. And Wreck-It Ralph, at the very first one, had so many like fine details that like you could just look anywhere inside the corner of any type of shot, and you see really, really cool details and just aspects that you normally wouldn't see the first time around, or if you're not paying attention closely. So very, very cool stuff in the background and just subtleties. And this one, it had one giant set piece from me, and it was the internet in 3D space. So it created the internet in 3D space where Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope got to go through, and you got to see the internet as a real entity instead of, just this abstraction going around. And you get to see the play with actual people outside of the internet, and then their interactions with the internet, and then they actually conflict sometimes. So it was really fun that way. But yeah, so I loved it. It was not... I hate comparing first versus second because it's a totally different story, and the message is different and everything of the sort. So I enjoyed it. It was cute. It was by far my favorite animated show I had seen this year. I've seen a few, so this is my favorite, I think. And if you take your kids out to this, or if you just want to go see it with your spouse or whatever, it's a cute movie. It does well. It does well. All of the subtleties are still there, and all the actors are still there, and you get to hear the beautiful Gal Gadot, which I just found out. I didn't know that was her inside of the game. So that I don't want to spoil it too much, but they go into this type of debt with eBay, and they have to make all this money, so they have to steal this car, which happens to be Shank's, who's Gal Gadot's, and so you have to go through that, and they have to figure their way out of this mess that they've created in order to keep Vanellope alive, pretty much, or else she'll be stuck in limbo in the surge protector of the arcade, which I didn't realize. I didn't realize that the surge protector was like this hall or this town hall where all of the other games met and kind of mingled and stuff. So it was really cute. There was a lot of elements inside of it. And they stay, I think it's like 80% in the internet. So it's a very, very short period when you're inside the Surge or the arcade itself. So it was really fun that way. And I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, it's just it was a wholesome, good kid movie that had a good message at the end that I don't want to spoil it. So let me know if you want a spoiler version of this, and I'll definitely go into a smoother beginning with that. God, man, I was just funked it up. Funked it up. So, thank you so much. That was Ralph Breaks the Internet. Yeah, go check it out. It was a cute little movie. Message was good, wholesome, good family fun, even though Sarah Silverman is like a dirty mouth comedian. So, good times. If you want to support the podcast, feel free to do that on iTunes. You can review us on iTunes. That helps so much. You have no idea. Feel free to talk about this on your own blog or podcast, or follow us on social media. And as always, brought to you by Audible, On It, Forever Lean, all of those sponsors, and the links are in the description. So happy holidays, folks. Until next time, I'll be going over a lot of Netflix stuff soon. So stay tuned for that. This has been Matthew Benjamin with the American Movie Podcast. Bye.
Round 1, fight!
Come on. Oh, whoa, hey, come on. Come on, Kelly. Come on, we're men, we're not piñatas. Come on.
To be honest, I'm not sure he really is a dog.